Happy Negroni week. I bet you thought it was bee's knees week. And my friends, it is. So it's a big week for gin. You got your Negronis, you got your bee's knees, you got cocktails for both of those types from me. So what more could you ask for? Leaving the house? I wish. Here on Drink Up Cocktails. A Negroni is a classic gin cocktail. And Negroni week is usually when you would get to enjoy the first breath of fall and wander through the city or New York or your city and try Negronis and spin some Negronis at all different bars and restaurants. Obviously, we can't do that this year. So Campari is encouraging everyone to make Negronis at home, and they're donating money to service industry workers who have been out of a job this entire time. They're doing some really cool stuff. So in their honor, we're going to take our Campari to start our Negroni. We also have aviation gin, or any dry gin of your choice, and sweet vermouth, or red vermouth, some people will call it. And then you just need ice and something to garnish with. I'm using some thyme today. The classic would be some orange peel, but we just don't have that. And so we're making do with some thyme, because that's all we have, right? Haha. Okay, so you may have seen earlier in core times a man by the name of Stanley Tucci. Stanley Tucci is a Negroni monster. Now what do I mean by that? I mean he shook his Negroni. It got icy cold and looked very delicious and refreshing, as did he, but it's not really how you make a Negroni. It's something that you want to sip before or after dinner, and it doesn't need to be super cold because you want the bitterness of the Campari and the floral botanicals of the gin and the little bit of sweetness to offset the bitterness from the vermouth. So, with all due respect to Senor Tucci, I do have your cookbook and a large poster of you above my bed. But we're going to stir our Negronis today. So, we're going to make this drink in our glass. I'm using a rocks glass with a beautiful etched boat on it. If you don't like boats, I can't help you with that. We also are using 3 regular ice cubes because I don't have cocktail ice and you probably don't either. And that's just how we make do. So we're going to add, for my recipe, 3/4 of an ounce of Campari. If for some reason you can't find Campari, you could use another similar bitter aperitif. Because Campari is sponsoring Negroni Week, I'm gonna say Google it if you need more options. Now, to the 3/4 of an ounce of Campari, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of gin. This is one of those great cocktails where all of the mixers are more booze. So, you know, use with caution and don't operate heavy machinery. Or, you know, find Stanley Tucci's personal Instagram account and start messaging him. Not that I've done that. So then you're going to add 1/2 ounce of sweet vermouth and give it a nice little zhuzh, a little swish, if you will. If you'd prefer, you can use these things, which I believe people call spoons, and you could, you know, give it a nice spoon. You know what I mean? Call me Tucci. But you just want to get it cold, but not so cold that you can't taste it. So now is when you would add your orange peel, or you could flame orange peel, or you could do all kinds of fun stuff. I think thyme works really well with the bitterness. So in true drink up fashion, you're gonna give it a little slap. I found a piece of thyme with some cute little flowers. And you're just gonna put that on top. And thyme is a pretty strong herb, so you're gonna get the smell as soon as you take a sip. Cheers. That sound would be my cat, upset that she doesn't get to have a Negroni. But you, my friend, can have a Negroni. So bottoms up, drink up, and again, Tucci, if you're watching this, call me. Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. Was just adding some zest to my Prosecco. Want to know how? Like and subscribe below and you might just figure it out on Drink Up Cocktails. Delicious.